Yeah, I'll go with Fire Rod just because it's a fun one. Ooh, that was impressive.
Yeah, we got ether. So, not quite a bottle, but I'll take it. Alright, so I am the Schwartz using sign strats to take down an enemy. That'll make it pretty quick to grab the tree pull here. Alright, so we just got small magic from the first tree pull.
Not the best, but it could be useful if they find something to use that magic with.
Meanwhile, Ack picks up a single bomb drop from an enemy, and I am the Schwartz picks up 3 from the uncle. So the early bombs are kind of working themselves out here.
Yeah, gotta get them early bombs for Kakariko.
Oh, Quake! So we've got the so-called Affleck medallion there, the Quake medallion, and you know, that's 2 of the 3 medallions already.
I know, that's something. I mean, it's looking like Mario and Turtle Rock won't be a problem to enter at this rate.
Unless they're both bombos. Alright, so we got 20 rupees where the mushroom would be, and Axe picking that up. You don't want to pass by early rupees. Unless they're like tiny, like ones.
We did get to see a quick look at the map, and Eastern and Desert Palace are crystals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for now, it doesn't change much, but it's going to help them route whether or not they find any useful item to complete these dungeons, such as the bow or the boots.
So Ack is going to head to the south end of Kakariko Village. I saw him do this yesterday, actually. He saved and quit after jumping into the thieves' hideout here, and headed toward this south zone. You've got 2 bushes there that have a chance of giving you a bomb. I mean, we do have a frog sprite, but I don't think it's Kermit. So we've got 20 rupees on the race game. Meanwhile, I am the Schwartz heading into Blind's hut. There's 5 items in here. It did look like that was just more rupees on the library. There's bombos!
Man, that's a medallion heavy seed so far.
Alright, so the first 3 progression items we have found are all 3 medallions. And there's the cane of Brian. So, Brian, if you're watching, we found your cane. There it is. Oh, it was the hook shot? Wow, I'm bad at visuals. Let me increase my window size, because that was garbage. Sorry about that.
Hey, it was red, so at least you got that right.
Alright. We'll probably get a look at it after I Am the Schwartz comes down to look at it. There's a shield for I Am the Schwartz. And just a 20% return today from the bottle vendor.
Not the best Kakariko I've seen by far, I'm gonna say. This is pretty abysmal as starting gear goes.
Yep. I mean, they have the Cane of Brian, so that can help them kill something. But other than that, it's not great.
at least there's a lot more locations they can check. Soon, shortly, when I Am the Schwarz will go down, you'll see that there's nothing much at the race game, and probably save and quit and go to the dam, as is the usual route.
That was the hook shot. My goodness. Sorry about that, guys.
Good spotting, chat. What will we do without you?
All right, so we can say boots required for this seed. For sure. All right, so Shorts will be heading down to the South Shore area. Probably head to the dam first, and then head over to the Mini Moldorm Cave. What is going on?
Well, that's interesting.
You are welcome to call him Kermit if you so desire. He's going to Agnes Cave.
The ultimate.
That's... Wow. And I guess he's also going to check the ledge item. Oh, it's the glove! There's a glove on the ledge.
Man, that's some good information right there.
Wow. So we are going to need the book. No, just the book to get that.
Yep.
Because
book is required this seed.
You can't get the use the flute mirror route because you need the Titansmiths to do that.
Ooh, Agnes Cave had the cape in it. That's an interesting thing to find here.
Ooh, that could be pointing us to an Aghanim required seed.
Yeah, all we're missing is a sword and a lamp.
All right, so I Am the Schwarz. Just gonna purchase a few bombs. It looks like, and also, whoa, was that the cane? It looked like the cane on the Lake Hylia Island.
If it
like
is,
the cane of Samaria.
Ooh boy, that's so a lot of overworld items so far.
Goodness.
It's like the seed is taunting them. It's like, look, all the items are here. Now try to find the right item to access it.
I'm debating whether we need the cane meme when we see it or when we pick it up. There's the book. For Acktheboker, he's picked that up in the escape.
So Ack has the book, but I Am the Schwarz has the information. That's yeah.
So we know where a lot of things are here. Yeah, so yeah, Desert Palace is absolutely gonna be a requirement here, and I would be surprised if Ack didn't go for it. But I Am the Schwarz going straight for the desert area, heading to Aghanim's Cave, or Agnes Cave. That's pretty interesting gamble there.
I mean, in a way, it did pay off, giving him very good information on what was on the ledge, and it's a good item. I mean, the power glove, you need them.
Mm-hmm. And there's we have a moon pearl from, I'm assuming, Sahasral's hut.
Oh, how did I miss that?
I don't know. I was watching him open the boxes. Anyway, so now Acktheboker is heading to Mini Moldorm Cave first. And I know why that is, because he's going to pick up Dam on the way to Desert. He's having a little trouble with these Mini Moldorms. There we go. That's one more, and Moldorms continue to troll. What?
Hitboxes, how do they work?
How do we even hitbox? Hey, there's a magic bottle. A bottle with a magic in it. And there's one of the gloves! So that's going to be Titan's mitts on the ledge for Ack. Which means we now have what I like to call Commentator's Dark World access.
Pretty much.
Just like Commentator's Go mode, but less impressive.
Sounds like iamtheschwarz is doing good.
Yeah, just making his way through these dark rooms in Eastern Palace. It's a pretty straightforward room. You've got a square-shaped room where there's a switch on the right. To open the room to the right, you've got a key in the pot on the far right wall on the top. And that was a nice use of the Cane of Brian to grab that chest. Just had a couple of bombs in it, though. So with that Titan's mitt, we know that it's very unlikely that Aghanim will be required. Still possible, just unlikely.
Yeah, it all depends on really where the hammer is.
Yep. So here in Desert Palace, we have quite a few. We have 2 items that can be here, but there are many things potentially blocking your way. We would need potentially the boots, depending on what's on the torch. You need a fire source to reach the boss, and several other items of interest. iamtheschwarz will be picking up his first glove here in Mini Moldorm Cave. Once again armed with only bombs, which is not everyone's favorite way of dealing with Mini Moldorms.
Yeah, especially when you're at low health like he is right now. But he made it through.
Oh, Ack's gonna steal a key from the back door.
I like that strat. You just need to not forget about it, though.
Yep. Go get those mitts, Ack. There you go. Ooh, and iamtheschwarz suffering the wrath of crabs. The Wrath of Crabs, the lesser-known remake of Star Trek II. And it looks like iamtheschwarz will be heading into the escape area, which means we will be seeing him pick up that book. Alright, so with the key stolen, we can see what sort of interesting items we can find on the east side of Desert Palace. Or not? So he stole the key. Oh, okay. I see what he's doing. He's setting up a safety door.
Yeah, he's fairly low health. Probably just wanted to save maybe a bit of time, expecting to die in this next room.
Alright, so iamtheschwarz clearly has practiced the bomb strats for getting down escape. And I just missed what was in that chest. Looks like it was the big key. Or there was a big key.
Yep.
And just the compass in the big chest. That means Landmole has something, I think.
Yeah, it has to at this point.
Alright, so Acktheboker will be picking up the cape from Agnes' cave. And we will see what we do next. I think back of escape is a pretty viable option.
Yep, back of escape, and after that, probably maybe fake flippers up to Zora.
Possibly, with the potential addition of Ice Rod Cave in there. We'll see. Yeah. I know he hasn't done Eastern or Sahasrara yet either, so he'll want to probably do that because Sahasrara's got the Moon Pearl. Schwarz is heading into the back of escape. Let's see what's here. We've got Burrito, Piece of Heart, and Small Key. That means there's something in that dark chest in the basement.
Always hate to see that. That chest is really a big pain to get to, especially without the lamp.
Yeah. I consider it a little easier to get to from the front rather than the back. Yeah, there's the Moon Pearl. It was sitting there in the left side chest. Alright, so Ack is saving and quitting out of Sahasrara's hut. And he looks like he'll be heading. I think he'll probably do back of escape and then go to Dark World. That's just my guess.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do at this point, since having a Western Dark World access gives you a lot of items to check, so might as well.
So, Zaziel Husky, the gloves one was in Mini Moldorm Cave and the other is on the desert ledge, so iamtheschwarz will be heading through desert and picking that up shortly. Alright, so Ack will be heading over to the Kakariko village. Oh, that is a very interesting point, Jim. We could actually see a required swordless blind fight here.
Ooh, that's going to be...
Nope! We have a sword from the sick kid. That bottle picked up in the Mini Moldorm Cave, so this is the first chance he had to do that. And there we go. Alright, so Axe heading into the Dark World. Does he go north or south? Let's find out. Well, first we've got a map check. And we've got blue pendant at Skullwoods, green pendant at Ice Palace, and it looked like Crystal 6 in Pod?
Yep, I can confirm.
Alright. Yeah, 5-heart, green mail, dark world, no thanks.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy trip around there.
And we've got the single arrow, ladies and gentlemen. People looking for that vampire skewer, there it is. In Skullwoods. Alright, so big key found by Acktheboker. He's going to have to go around into the sort of, the generally useless room here in Skullwoods.
Ooh, and iamtheschwarz, I believe, is going to Bumper Cave. That's not a bad play.
Yeah, getting the cape that early might kind of tease you that there might be something at Bumper Cave. We will see. And it's the bow! Ho 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 ho! It's huge.
Now, this is that's a very good item to find because the bow is kind of required in A Link to the Past.
Yeah, very much so. So very interesting, or at least somewhat interesting, is the fact that the 2 dungeons that require the bow are also the dungeons that have 5 and 6.
Ack just found himself a blue mail. It's
Yep.
a very good addition this early.
So Ack finds the blue mail here in Skullwoods, but nothing actually relevant. And Ack will also be checking Bumper Cave, so he's not going to be out in the cold without that bow. He's like, wait, what? Where are you going? Ack, where are you going? Ack, what are you doing? That was the bow. What are you doing?
I'm a bit dumbfounded by what he's doing right now.
Oh. That's a possibility. Perhaps, I mean, Ack's good at this game. I think he would know that. I mean, he's played Entrance Rando, so he knows what you need to get through Bumper Cave both directions.
Maybe he forgot he got the cape.
Maybe. Oh, but he finds the lamp there in the south side of Dark World. So the lamp is a nice addition. Makes Palace of Darkness a much stronger play.
Yeah, it's not going to take a lot more time that iamtheschwarz is going to be a bit punished for not finding a sword.
Yep, he skipped the sick kid, which is unfortunate for him.
Indeed, since I do think the very first chest he opened was a bottle.
But yeah, the fact that Ack looked at what was on Bumper Cave and walked away just blows my mind. I'm not sure what's going on here. There is a big heart in the dig game after 17 digs. Yeah, you don't need hookshot for Bumper Cave. You can just walk to the left, pick up the pot, and head down. Most people don't know that, who are being, who are new to the game. There's a big heart from Old Stumpy.
Now, this is looking like Hype Cave having something in it. Because at this point, there's not much else than going maybe up Death Mountain that they can check.
Yep, he does have the possibility of Death Mountain. We'll want to see those boots pretty soon. Because we know where the hookshot is, and he needs it. Alright, so Schwartz will be picking up his lamp right now. Now, having the flippers, you can get to the east side of Dark World here.
Yep, that's true. There's a small platform to re-embark on land. It's one of those places you tend to forget about.
You can get there from the top or the bottom with the flippers, and that's what's important. But as we recall, I believe I saw that Cane of Samaria on the island as well. So that's huge. No, we saw the flippers. Maybe I just didn't say anything. I saw them. So Ack is now heading into Palace of Darkness without the bow that he saw on the ledge.
A bit unfortunate, especially if he's going to be bow locked in there.
Oh my goodness. What happened?
I do have to say too that this scene hasn't been giving a lot of rupees too.
Yep, they're flat broke basically. I Am the Schwartz is going to get enough to go into pod out of Hype Cave, and that's about it. And of course, Ack picks up that key, so it's not an immediate bow lock. I cannot believe that he skipped that.
It has to be that he forgot he got the cape at this point. I can't see any other explanation.
If he changes his his Y button weapon anytime soon, we'll see it. But he hasn't really had the occasion to. Just been using bombs constantly. There's the big key in its vanilla location. Meanwhile, I Am the Schwartz is delivering the smith and picking up the sick kid at the same time. So I Am the Schwartz will pick up that sword. And let's see what the Smiths have to offer today.
Some more vampire skewers.
Mm-hmm. We got wooden stakes for days here. I imagine wooden stakes wouldn't be very tasty. Alright, Schwartz heading into the Dark World again. And Ack is just heading through this this dungeon with no bow that he could have by now. It's insane.
Does find himself a red fire shield.
Yep. I like the fire shield. I find it to be pretty underrated.
Very useful when you're trying to fight blind early.
Yep. So, I Am the Schwarz is heading into Thieves Town.
Ack found the red boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
Be useful as a ranged weapon while he does not have the bow.
Hey, there's a bunch of rupees in Pod. And the compass. So Pod once again living up to its name, having all the party in the back section. And off we go. So I'm the Schwarz, cleans out the first 4 chests in Thieves Town, and we'll be heading downstairs. No real reason not to. Alright, Ack. Stop teasing us. Go back to Bumper Cave. It was on the bow was on Bumper Cave, so yeah.
Using the cape here is a pretty good idea, just because the number of enemies all in the same small location. It's such an annoying room.
That is a excellent use of the cane. I mean cape. I know words.
Close enough.
It's only 1 letter away. Alright, so I Am the Schwarz is heading down Grasshopper Alley, which is always fun to do when you've got green mail. And by fun, I mean excruciating. Hey, there's another sword sitting there in the skylight room.
Yeah, welcome addition to the party. I mean, Master Sword does help, just from having a better damage and a better range, too.
100%. Alright, so I Am the Schwarz will be heading down to rescue the quote-unquote maiden. And we will see what is down here. Now, I think there are a few dungeon items left. Yeah, I don't think we've seen either. Now, here's the fun part. We're in Thieves Town and we don't have the hammer. And that, of course, means that we have to leave the big chest behind. And that, of course, adds one more quote-unquote loose square to the problem here. And I Am the Schwarz doing a pretty excellent job with this blind fight. Just missed the last slash, but that's not gonna be a problem at all. And that's the burrito, so we know there is something in that big chest.
Oh man, that's that's not fun to know. Because one of the things of doing Thieves Town this early without the hammer is you tend to forget about that single chest over there.
Mm.
Let's hope there's nothing of use in it.
All right, so I'm the Schwartz will be picking up the purple chest here and saving and quitting because that's the only way to get it to its destination at this point.
Wouldn't that be funny to have the mirror inside of the purple chest?
Yep, that's very possible. We could also see the boots, which would get you that ever elusive hook shot. So this has been a very interesting seed where, you know, a lot of the items are just laid out before you, but you can't get to them. Well, how about Tempered Sword?
Yeah, sure. That helps.
I mean, nobody's going to say no to that.
And I believe I am the Schwartz will possibly go up Death Mountain at this point.
Yep. Up Death Mountain is an entirely legitimate strategy, although sadly there are only really 2 items you can access right now on account of not having the mirror or the hookshot or the hammer.
Yeah, it's very limited, but at this point, there's not a lot of locations they can explore.
Yeah, there just isn't much left. So
There's
the
a
old
whole
man,
area of Zora to do, too.
oh yeah, Zora's there. The waterfall fairy, Hobo, all those water locations. And there's a piece of heart from the old man. Let's go see what's up in Spectacle Rock Cave. Oh no, you're right. Ice Palace could be a thing.
Oh, no. Please, no.
And it's Green Pendant Ice Palace. There's the boots on top of Spectacle Rock.
Of course it would be there. More?
Oh, and bombs inside, so nothing actually available yet. Now Ack is making an interesting move. He's going for the chest in the dark escape section.
This seed is teasing even more with overworld items not being available.
Yeah, it's like someone decided, let's put all, and I mean all, of the progression items in a place where you can see it. Just to troll the snot of you. And Ack picks up the mirror shield. Not the mirror.
38 minutes in, and you already have the mirror shield. That's something.
Yep, just a bomb upgraded Hobo. Ack is taking the Smith on a tour of Hyrule. I believe that will be Ack's first glimpse at the cane.
You know, I never saw the Smith in the water like that before.
Yep, apparently he can swim. Alright, I am the Schwartz. We'll be heading up to the waterfall area. And Zora. Now, unfortunately, he cannot afford Zora's actual item at the moment. Now, there's nothing in the Waterfall of Wishing. So we're looking for something on Zora's ledge or at Zora proper. On the ledge, we've just got a big heart. Ack before heading up to Zora, is going to go check the Ice Rod Cave.
And it's not a bad idea. You never know, because there's only these two locations, pretty much.
Well, he'd have more locations if he had picked up the bow.
Yes.
Alright, just bombs in the Ice Rod Cave, and I think he'll be heading to Zora next. Alright, so I'm the Schwartz. I'll be heading back into the Dark World. We'll see what he gets up to next. What can he do at this point? Like Pyramid Catfish?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he didn't get his blue mail from the Skull Woods, so...
Yeah, he clearly has not touched Skull Woods yet. So that's also a possibility. Ack did the fake Jesus walk there. And we will get to see what Zora actually has pretty soon. This is a pretty epic world tour with the Smith here. And Zora has the hammer! Holy crap!
That's so good and so bad at the same time!
Oh, so Schwartz has to get money. And Ack needs to get his eyes checked. I mean...
Because that hammer just opened up the Dark World a lot more, but since he didn't get his bow, oh man!
Oh boy! Zora has that hammer. Oh boy. This is pretty huge. Ack's gonna go return the Smith to his home. Yeah, if Ack had the bow, this would be he would unlock significantly more, but unfortunately he does not. Alright, so here we go. Acktheboker heading back into the Dark World, it looks like. Go get the bow, Ack. Please? Please? And he goes, he looks like he's gonna go do the Peg Cave. Alright, so it looks like I'm the Schwartz is going to Pod.
He's also going to be blocked in there, even with the bow.
He will not be able to finish it. But he will be able to get, he'll actually get a significant amount of money inside Pod, so that will help.
Yeah, to get his hammer. That's that's 300 rupees, and the others.
The bug net is in the Peg Cave. Sorry, just had to throw that one out there.
And he didn't even get it. Yeah.
Sad day.
Oh well. I mean, This is a race after all. We can forgive him.
Yeah. There's something else he did that I don't know if I can forgive him for, but we'll sure find out. Ack, what are you doing? Ack. So, what Ack just did was he took the purple chest out, and it looked like he was trying to fake flipper or something while having the real flippers. Picking up a potion.
This has been interesting so far, looking at these guys route everything.
Yeah. I think Ack, What Are You Doing is actually the title of my new screenplay. Based on this game. I think that was an intentional death warp on I Am the Schwartz's screen.
Looks like it.
Oh! That's interesting. You had to do the fake flipper apparently so you could swim with the chest, maybe. I don't know for sure. But he picked up the tempered sword. And now where's he off to?
Well, this looks like it's going to be Ice Palace.
Oh no. But at least he can finish Ice Palace. Probably.
Most likely.
There's like a weird key setup that requires the cane, but he's got the hammer, so he can get down to Cold Stare at least. Alright, so I Am the Schwarz is making his way through Palace of Darkness. Meanwhile, Acktheboker is grabbing the first chest in Ice Palace rather shortly. And it is the burrito. That's an icy burrito.
May need to reheat that.
Seems like a pretty good plan. Did you just call Sahasrahla Sarah McLaughlin? Because that's hilarious. Alright. So, I Am the Schwarz will be picking up the red boomerang here. Head down to the southeast corner, pick up a few more rupees. So he can finally afford Zora. Though, it may be a while before he decides to go back to Zora. We'll see.
Here comes the bomb jump.
And Acktheboker does a very nice job with the Ice Palace bomb jump. Unfortunately, he does not have the hook shot, so he can't do the traditional hook shot across to the pot there. Alright, so I Am the Schwarz might actually be following Ack into Ice Palace here. Or maybe Ice Rod Cave, because I don't think he checked that.
Yeah, probably Ice Rod Cave and maybe Ice Palace after.
Interesting. And unless I'm mistaken, unless my eyes deceived me, we may or may not have just found the mirror in Ice Palace.
Yep. I believe you're right on this one. This, yeah. I don't know what to think about this because the game is now giving a lot of progression to Ack, but without the bow, he will get stuck eventually and not know where it is and start exploring all these new locations.
Yeah, Ack's gonna go find basically everything he needs except the bow. I wouldn't be surprised to see him with 5 crystals and no bow. Because we know that the mirror unlocks so many things. The mirror unlocks the Cane of Samaria and the boots, which in turn unlock the hookshot. Ack went to Bumper... Okay, so the bow was on Bumper Cave. Ack went to Bumper Cave, looked at the item, and must have seen something that we didn't see, because he did not pick it up.
Ooh, nice bomb jump. The one Ack just did in that jelly room is not an easy one.
That is a very nice bomb jump. It's very precise. You have to be at the very bottom of everything. And there is the shovel in Ice Palace. And the fire rod! What?
Stacked Pendant Ice Palace.
Yep, that's what Pendant Ice is all about. Schwartz having a little trouble with his bomb jump, and looks like he didn't actually make it.
Yeah, it looks like he decides to take a death to retry that.
Alright, so Ack will be going down to face Cold Stare. Cold Stare, of course, known for puffballs and trolling. And
being on 3 hearts is not going to be a very easy fight. Only 1 or 2 hits and he's down.
I think with 3 hearts, if you take a Cold Stare puff to the face, you are straight dead in blue mail. Which is why he drank his potion. So, Fanciful Unicorn, the bow was at Bumper Cave. It was at Bumper Cave, next to Skull Woods in the Dark World, and he actually went and checked it. But He must have seen something different or mistracked it or something, because he did not pick it up.
Now, whatever's at this pendant can be very useful too. If it's end up being a progression item, I'll say Ack is still doing good, since iamtheschwarz is in ice but can't complete it without the hammer.
Right. So in Ice Palace we had the mirror, the shovel, and the fire rod. It was pretty big, and we don't know what the shovel could have.
We'll see soon enough, I think.
Yep. So Ack has the mirror, so he's going to be checking a couple things over here. He's going to check the the grove ledge with the ring of flowers. The pedestal has not been checked. Reasonably certain the only thing that can be there at this point is the ice rod or the flute, because we know where everything else is. The hammer is at Zora. iamtheschwarz went up to Zora, didn't buy it because he didn't have enough money. There's the blue boomerang in the shovel location. The boots are up here on Spectacle Rock, and iamtheschwarz is going to go get them. Desert Palace is 100% boots locked, and we know where they are. So we've got such intelligence for this seed. I believe Schwartz did leave behind the fire rod. It was in that one chest, wasn't it?
Yep.
No, it was in the big key chest.
All right. Forgot which one of the two it was in, but yeah.
But Schwartz is going to have to go back in there anyway once he gets the hammer. So that will happen eventually.
Just hope he didn't miscount.
Alright, so checking the King's Tomb here. Let's see what's in there. We've got 300 rupees. Maybe that will be giving him the signal, go to Zora! Go to Zora! And it looks like Ack is going to trigger everybody's favorite meme. Now, Dynasty, I have something to tell you if you'll stay a while and listen. And that is the fact that it is in fact required to be Kane.
That was awesome.
All right. So Schwartz, Schwartz never actually checked the lumberjack ledge. Ack did, if I'm not mistaken. He's just going to find that big heart. And is this what I think it is?
A pedestal check.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to see what is on the pedestal.
Will it be that fabled ice rod?
Yep, could be the ice rod, could be the flute. Everything else is pretty much irrelevant at this point. Schwartz gonna come down here and pick up that. Where you going, Schwartz? Okay. just a little piece of love on the pedestal. And Schwartz picking up the hookshot in the library.
Now that's a good find with the hookshot and the boots. And since he did find the mirror, I believe Swamp Palace would be a pretty good place to go now.
Yes, Swamp Palace is live. I'm reasonably certain Schwartz has also seen the Cane of Samaria, so he could go get that. Oh, that's right. You need the hammer for Swamp.
All right. Won't get very far with only being able to check that first chest.
What are you doing, Schwartz? And Ack is heading up to Death Mountain for the first time, it looks like. So he will find those boots. That will unlock a whole host of items, but not the bow. Now, if for some reason he thought you needed hookshot to reach that bow, we may see him go get it. But I don't think that's the case. Ack sees those boots up on the mountain. He is going inside to check the Spectacle Rock Cave, but he is going to peace out just as quick as possible. So both of our players need to correct a possible mental mistake. Schwartz needs to go back to Zora with the money. And Ack needs to please go get that bow.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not sure how these guys are going really to progress through this. Just because without the bow, he will be desperate and start looking everywhere for it, and it's gonna lose him so much time.
And Schwartz is gonna pick up that cane. Meanwhile, Ack will pick up a little bit more money here in the King's Tomb. And I think Schwartz is going to start checking the east side of Death Mountain, which, strangely enough, we've not seen yet.
Indeed. I mean, Ack could have gone to it, since he does have the hammer.
That is, in fact, quite true. Well, Schwartz may actually be going to Hera first, or in that direction anyway. I guess he figures since he doesn't have the hammer, he's going to go to Hera first and then go back around. Yeah. You definitely don't want to go, hey, there's the ice rod!
That's a nice thing to find.
In the Tower of Hera, so pendant dungeons kind of being a thing this time. With the exception of Skullwoods.
Decides to peace out.
Interesting. The fire rod was in Ice Palace. In the vanilla big key chest, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, which is a hammerlock chest, if I remember correctly. We do not know where the flute is, but we've still got all of East Death Mountain to check. And we'll be seeing both sides of it happen at once. Ack picks up quite a bit more money. Meanwhile, I am the Schwartz picking up just a couple of, relatively worthless items in the Super Bunny Cave. We've got a piece of heart, 5 arrow upgrade, another piece of heart, 20 rupees and 20 rupees. So Paradox Cave not paying out today. I am the Schwartz is going to be taking care of Paradox Cave backwards. Ack's gonna check the medallion requirement for Turtle Rock, or he's just gonna open it.
Yeah, because
Yeah, he's got the hammer. He can do this. So the fact that Ack has the hammer and Schwartz doesn't actually explains their routing through here. Hammer was at Zora. Now, to be fair, I can't actually blame Schwartz for putting off Zora. It's only one item, it's way out of the way, and you've already been up there once. So it can feel like a major time loss to do it, but he's going to have to do it. There's no way around it. Alright, so Schwartz will be heading into the Hookshot Cave. ₹20. Another 20 rupees. Another 20 rupees. Can we make it 4 for 4? Yes, we can!
Rando lottery.
Nothing but big 20s all in Hookshot Cave. So great.
Impressive randomization, I must say.
Alright, so Acktheboker now, and this does seem like a play that you could make, is heading into Turtle Rock. If he just went to the west, he would pick up the ice rod and actually finish the silly thing.
That's bad, since he'll most likely go there right after when he doesn't find anything in Turtle Rock.
Oh, but the thing is, there's still something he could find in Turtle Rock, which would throw him further off the trail.
Oh,
and that's the
true.
flute.
Eee.
This is sort of a comedy of errors and or slight mistakes here and there. Looks like I am the Schwartz is heading into the dark escape area. And of course, Turtle Rock is perfectly set up for go mode, with 2 small keys and the big key in the front.
iamtheschwarz now has his mirror shield.
Yep. So if you wanted to see Link's face or Frog's face throughout the rest of this seed, too bad. There's the flute! The flute is in the Chain Chomp room in Turtle Rock. Ack is gonna be thrown even further off. Oh boy.
it's come to a point where you have no idea really what's going to happen in this seed. One of the runners forgot about the bow, and the other forgot a location where the hammer is. So, yeah.
Alright, so Ack is checking the graveyard ledge. We'll see what's in here. It's clearly not going to be important. It's just more money. Hey, Ack, or hey, Schwartz, take that hint.
Yeah, when you're approaching like 2,000 rupees, you gotta say to yourself, did I spend all that I can spend? Alright, there we go. I think he's finally going there.
Yep.
Oh, and you know what? I forgot to mention, when Ack found the flute, we technically got the commentator's go mode.
Yeah, we do. We know where everything is. It's pretty ridiculous. Looks like Ack will now be checking Hera.
At least it's going to give him the ice rod and thus be able to complete Turtle Rock, which is a crystal, so no harm done yet.
And there's that hammer for iamtheschwarz. So that's going to put him in a tremendous advantage. So I think Swamp seems like a decent play at this point. If I'm him.
Yeah, either Swamp or the combo between Palace of Darkness and Eastern.
Alright, so Ack is actually back in Turtle Rock.
And he found the silvers in that last chest, so...
Wow. Oh, I see. He actually took a break from Turtle Rock to do Spiral Cave. Which is something you can do.
Yeah, it's an interesting routing choice.
And of course that last small key is in the last possible place. And he does not have the ice rod, so he will be leaving. Alright. So it looks like quite soon we may be having our Swag Duck anthem. Would everyone
yes.
please rise? Do you all want to fly way up high in the sky? Well, I can be that guy to take you there. But there's one thing I don't know. No matter how these things go, why don't you have the bow? It was right there.
That will be one to remember.
Sorry. I was just like, oh dear. Okay, so Axe heading into the mire area, which is once again further off the trail from that bow. So for those of you just joining us recently, the bow was on Bumper Cave. And Ack went to Bumper Cave, looked at the bow, and must have seen something else, because he didn't get it.
And that's with having the magic cape, of course, so he could get it.
He either forgot he has the cape, which he could rectify by looking at his inventory, or he just thought that item was something else. Well, I don't know if the Zora troll was really self-inflicted. It's just he didn't have the money when he went up there. But the bow troll, 100% self-inflicted. Schwartz is up here, checking the left side of Swamp.
Now we know that so far there's nothing else that they can find really that's going to help them, especially in Swamp.
So Schwartz did a very strange thing. He actually went down the right-hand side over here on the left side of Swamp Palace and didn't use the hookshot to go across. And you can hookshot onto that chest as well, so there was no reason for him to go up there twice. So we'll likely only see Bumper Cave on Axe side if he somehow gets into, okay, now I have to check everything again mode.
Which might be sooner than we think.
Raven of the Black, yes, that is in fact who Schwartz is right now. His people call him Glenn or Frog. And Axe heading into Misery Mire. I imagine he'll be able to finish it. The bow is 100% required to finish, even if the 2 dungeons that required it were not crystals, because in order to get up Ganon's tower, there are 2 rooms with red mimics that are only vulnerable to arrows.
Yes, and unfortunately you cannot simply poke them with arrows. You must use the bow.
I definitely see in the future Ack having 5 crystals and no bow. Alright, so the big key dropped by Argus, that's less than fun, because iamtheschwarz has already cleared out everything in this dungeon, and if he wanted to check the big chest, he'd have to go back in. And I believe we saw both the compass and the map, so there is something there, so we may go back in.
Yeah, I think that's why I see a lot of runners these days just go for the boss first and then come back later to do the left side if they haven't found all the items.
Yep. Alright, so Acktheboker is making his way through Misery Mire. He's going to be heading over to... Oh, the mushroom in Swamp. Wow. Anyways, Ack is heading over to the... Well, I thought he was going to the cutscene room, but he's not. Alright, so where is Schwartz heading now? He may be going to finish off ice. Well, no. Ah, I see. He's going up to the... turn in the mushroom.
At this point, we might even see magic powder from this mushroom.
Oh boy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love me some powder. It's basically my favorite item in the game. But it wouldn't be helpful to either of these players. Nope, just a piece of heart. Could flute... Yeah, flute is absolutely available without the fire rod, you're right. You can get the first key in that room, in the south room in Turtle Rock, and then just head to the Chain Chomp room where the flute can be found. Alright, so it looks like Schwartz is heading over to finish off Pod and Eastern.
It's gonna give him a few more crystals and of course access to the Pyramid Fairy.
Oh yeah. So once again, more distractions from what he needs to get. Which for him is going to be that fire rod in Ice Palace.
Was it Schwartz that went to check the pedestal?
No, I believe it was Ack that checked the pedestal.
Oh, okay. So, because that could be a good factor of going if he's going back into Pennant dungeons or not.
So, Schwartz will be heading directly to Helmasaur. He will not be passing go, and he will not be collecting $200. Meanwhile, Ack finishes off Vitreous.
With the cape too, so he knows he got it.
He knows he has the cape. And he also knows he has the hook shot, and he knows that he doesn't need... So that means he doesn't think he needs the hook shot to go to Bumper Cave. He just thinks that item is something else. So my question is, what item do you think he could have seen that looks like the bow?
A single arrow?
Oh, maybe. Maybe he thought it was a single arrow. Because all he really saw was the string. And the rest of it kind of blends in with the brown background.
Yeah, arrow upgrade is also one that I could see him thinking that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well done to Schwarz for going through this Elmosaur fight. Very clean.
Absolutely. Just getting the burrito there. He knew that would happen.
And Ack just found the powder in that last chest.
Oh boy. So the powder is available in Misery Mire, which means we may see him go to Batman. Otherwise known as the Magic Bat. It's where you sprinkle a pot and a bat appears and curses you with something amazing.
It's usually a curse that gives you, what, 20 rupees most of the time?
Yeah.
But maybe today he'll actually give you half magic.
Big 20. Curses you with garbage indeed. Alright, so where is Ack heading now? Where could he possibly go at this point?
Possibly he'll be going into Thieves Town for that last big chest.
Oh, wow. The big chest in Thieves Town. That could very much be what he's trolling. Oh, wait, where's he going?
Is
Ack,
this it?
are you doing it? Is this happening? Oh my god. Guys. He did it! He's there!
Now I wonder how he figured out that the bow was there. Was he trolling us all the time?
I mean, maybe. He could have been in super troll mode, and I'm okay with that. Now, he still needs that ice rod out of Tower of Hera. Now, ice rod is at ice rod is in Tower of Hera.
Yes, it was in the basement.
Yeah.
That first item place.
So maybe he forgot about the cape, and when he used it on Vitreous, he realized that was it. Yeah, you know, I have no idea if I'm going to even be able to ask him during the post-game interview, but everybody's going to want to know.
Ah, yes. If we even need to ask at that point, he might even just go, wow. Now then, with that bow and silver arrows, he'll make short work of anything left in his way, really.
Indeed. So Schwartz now has 4 crystals. Ack has 3. Schwartz will be going into desert to finish it off. He, of course, I believe, did not steal the key from the back like Ack did. The flute is in Turtle Rock. It's in the Chain Chomp room. So, Acktheboker will now be heading over to Helmasaur King, courtesy of finally having the bow. Wow, this seed has done, or not this seed, but the players have done strange things to my brain today. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they've given us a something worthy to commentate, let's say.
The silver arrows were in Turtle Rock. I believe they were in the roller room chest.
Yep.
Alright, so Schwartz will be going to finish off Landmola's. That will get him his 5th crystal, and then he will be faced with the choice, do I go to Turtle Rock without the fire rod, or do I go back into Ice Palace? Or do I go to Skullwoods, because I don't think he's done anything in Skullwoods.
I think he did most of the things, just didn't open the big key chest to find his blue mail.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But still,
oh yeah, I
he
remember
doesn't have it.
He was trying bomb jumps.
Yeah.
Alright, so Schwartz opening up Landmola's. Ack finishing off Helmasaur. He's gonna head into Eastern as well. And pick up that 5th crystal. Now, we know where the ice rod is. It is in Tower of Hera. If Ack does not go to Tower of Hera first, and instead goes to Swamp, which I imagine is likely, then he'll be full clearing out Swamp when he doesn't have to.
Yeah, it's going to lose him a bit more time.
Yeah, the runners do know which dungeon has crystals. They show up on the map when you check it. Right, and if you go into a dungeon, the music will play that is for the correct type of dungeon. So the Light World dungeon music will play where there's a pendant, the Dark World dungeon music will play everywhere else. And it looks like Schwartz is making the right play. He's going into Ice Palace.
Yep, he's going back on track to find this missing item.
To be fair, going to, when your choices are like that one thing in Skullwoods and Ice Palace or Turtle Rock without the fire rod, Ice Palace seems pretty good at that point.
Yeah, because what are the chances, right?
Yeah, Fire Rod being in Turtle Rock would be very low. Alright, so Ack picks up the last chest in Eastern and is now heading to the back.
It's gonna make short work of almost there, having silvers in hand.
Oh yeah, the silver arrows will demolish the Armos Knights. One shot for each hit from each arrow. I'm reasonably certain that Ack will not go to Skull Woods because he's got both items from there, and we know he knows what the pedestal is. Did Ack ever go check Sahasrara?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Or was it? Yeah, it was that. Yeah, because Schwarz doesn't have the green.
Yeah,
yet.
he's the only one with the Ice Palace pendant. Right. If Ack goes to Hera first, he can go mode Swamp, but unfortunately he'll probably go to Swamp first. It just feels like the better play, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels like it's the better routing of the two. Just finishing up what's left at Death Mountain and then just go straight to Ganon's Tower after.
Yep, looks like the Swamp is the play. And the Schwarz picking up the big key in Ice Palace. Of note, iamtheschwarz elected not to do the Ice Palace bomb jump. This is because he was struggling with it earlier on, and I don't blame him. Yeah, so iamtheschwarz will have to finish off Turtle Rock before heading to Misery Mire. But Schwarz will get into actual go mode the minute he picks up that flute in Turtle Rock. Schwarz picks up the shovel. The next chest is what he needs to see. The Fire Rod. So now, Schwarz has actually found all three items in Ice Palace, but it looks like he's going to finish off Cold Stare because, he has the green pendant.
Yeah, and since he did not check the pedestal yet, probably doesn't want to take the chance that it might be required.
Yeah, he's already double dipping ice. He doesn't want to have to triple dip ice.
Yeah, nothing
But
worse than
he is
that.
opening chests that can't be items. He does need keys because he didn't do the bomb jump. He needs that key so he can get to the bottom.
Now, this fight is still going to be a bit scary since he is still on Green Mel, and Cold Stare does a lot of damage on Green Mel.
Very true. You want to make sure not to take any hits to the face from Cold Stare. Alright, so we see Ack is actually going to go to the back of Swamp Palace first, like we were talking about earlier. And he'll be able to avoid that having to double dip for one chest. Instead, he'll be double dipping for 3. Alright, so Schwartz picks up that key and the green pendant. Alright, so Schwartz needs to go to Turtle Rock now if he wants to stay in this race. However, it looks like he will probably be heading to check a couple of other overworld places. Gonna check the shovel location.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's a bit on the way.
Yeah, I see. I'm thinking he'll do shovel and then he'll go possibly check Saha's Rala because he just picked up the pendant, and then he might head to Turtle Rock. Well, no, I have no idea what he's doing. Oh man, is he gonna go to the big chest in Skullwoods? Oh.
Or not.
Like I said, I have no idea what he's doing. And he's off to the mountain cave.
Yep, this looks like what you said earlier. Going to Turtle Rock. It's yeah, we know it's the correct play to make, and it's the most item location at this point.
Now, with that being said, Ack just finished, got the crystal from Swamp Palace. I am the Schwartz heading to Turtle Rock. He'll be picking up the flute early on, and will likely be able to finish the dungeon pretty quickly. And because of the key layout, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't pick up the roller room chest as well. That'll get him the silver arrows.
So we won't be seeing any silverless today.
Well, I can't guarantee that Schwartz will get the silvers. So
It's an unlikely.
it seems likely.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm the Schwartz. Gonna use that, put that fire rod to good use pretty soon. Trying to get through the torch room. He's not there yet, but he will very soon. And we know that there are 2 small keys and a big key here in the front. Yeah, it is a little ambiguous when I say roller room, because the roller room in Turtle Rock, there's actually this room that Schwartz is in has rollers in it, but I call this the fire rod room because you need the fire rod to get in there. Alright, so Ack has officially finished off Swamp Palace, so he needs to find that ice rod.
Yeah, an ice rod is one of those items that has so many locations it can be in that it's not going to help.
Yep. He's checking the Fat Fairy, it looks like. Schwartz picks up the flute. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, that I am the Schwartz has achieved Go Mode.
Oops, it looks like Ack dropped the bomb.
All right, so let's see what's going down now. Schwartz making his way through Turtle Rock as we speak. And he will be checking the outside, or not. Looks like he's going to elect to skip the big chest. I mean, I don't think it's going to come back to bite him. But he did not skip the silver arrows. So both players now have the silver arrows. And let's see what's in the Fat Fairy.
Wow. That was impressive Pyramid Fairy items. Half
Wow.
magic and red mail. My god. Now
Yep.
he's well prepared. Finished now.
Yep, he just needs that ice rod. And I think he's headed to the right place. He's in fact headed to the Tower of Hera, where he will quickly acquire that ice rod and then make a beeline for Trinex. So Schwartz just died in the laser bridge room. And oh no. He didn't go outside to check the big key chest. And he didn't take the safety door. So he has to go all the way back through Turtle Rock. So now I can safely say that Schwartz is about, a dungeon behind Ack.
Yes, because Ack just picked up his ice rod and he is now in go mode himself.
100%. Ack has achieved go mode after we all thought it wasn't possible. Wow. Yeah. Ack does have a pretty large lead. He's, of course, cleared out everything else in Turtle Rock. And all he has to do is go fight Trinex. iamtheschwarz, on the other hand, has to go finish Misery Mire after using the flute. So he's got a long way to go.
Yeah, and let's not forget that just having 2 extra mails on Ack means he's unlikely to ever die at this point. So
Yeah.
he's
Strangely enough, Schwartz still just has green. That's really strange.
Yeah, because of his routing, will not pick up anything else, I think.
Alright, so I'm Acktheboker heading through iamtheschwarz in the final room here. And iamtheschwarz will be heading to face off against Trinex. It's a Tempered Sword Trinex fight, meaning you're going to need 5 hits per head, although a little less potentially on the Ice Head, because the Ice Head does take damage from the Fire Rod shot itself. And I'm the Schwartz takes down Trinex. Fairly quick fashion. Gets that compass. But as we know, Acktheboker is right behind, and I am the Schwartz. Still needs to get that crystal from Misery Mire. Alright, so Ack takes down the two elemental heads quickly, and let's see, 1, 2 spins, and a quick slash. That does it for Ack. And that's going to be Ack's 7th crystal, so you know what that means.
Oh yeah, it's time for Ganon's Tower.
So, there are 22 locations in Ganon's Tower. Please make your selection as to which location you think the big key will be. If you have supported the Speed Gaming Network via either a subscription or a donation of 250 bits or more, you can add your guess to the leaderboard. And the 7th crystal, we don't have a whole lot of time. Make sure to get your guesses in, because we will cut this off as soon as Link enters Ganon's Tower on our screen. So where do you think it's going to be, Dynasty?
Oh, I always say the second chest.
Second chest, alright.
Sword in first, second as a big key, and just get a random small key anywhere else.
Alright. That will do it. So, Ack is checking left side first. I think he's doing the Dark Magician route like he did yesterday. So we've got a piece of heart on the torch. So it looks like Bob will live today. And let's see what's in the Stalfos room here. We've got bomb upgrade, small key, another bomb upgrade, and another small key. So symmetry at its best as Acktheboker heads over to the right-hand side. There's 10 arrows and the small key. So that's chest number 7. Got all the small keys we could stand right now. Acktheboker bypassing tile room, no surprises there. And I mean, both players have to feel like the most behind they've ever felt in their life at this point.
Oh yeah, that was an impressive seed to go through nonetheless, even with the routing they had.
Alright, so Acktheboker heading into this room. We've got chest number 8, 9, 10, and 11, none of which have the big key. So Acktheboker will now be heading back to the left-hand side.
This is an interesting routing so far in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah. This is the route which gets you the most chests early, but if it turns out to be late, it's way worse off. I think the expected time is a little lower, but the median time is higher. I mean, no, the expected time is a little higher, but the median time is lower. And so, yeah, that was the Butter Sword in the Firebar room.
That's a good find. It's gonna make the Ganon fight a tiny bit faster.
Yep, just a tiny, tiny bit, though. Alright, I'm the Schwartz. takes down Vitreous. That's the 7th crystal for iamtheschwarz. He'll be heading up to the top of Ganon's Tower shortly. And I believe that is the 13th chest. 13th location.
I'll be honest, I lost track.
14, 15, 16. That's it. Number 16. So number 16 was our winner, and the closest guess from a eligible contestant was 17 from Sock Monkey 1994. So good job on that one. And Ack will be heading up Ganon's Tower. From this point on, it is nothing but skill.
Making good use of that mirror shield right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, having the mirror shield, little known fact, you can literally walk up to the red mimics and shoot them in the face. All right, so yeah, red mail, butter sword, half magic. This is going to be a pretty nice trip up Ganon's Tower, I think.
That was a very nice snipe there.
Mm-hmm. And Ack makes his way through the gauntlet in basically no time. And here comes Landmola's. 3 shots, 3 kills. And that was an excellent shot. Yeah, the bug net is in the peg cave. And nobody picked it up. Ack heading through some of my favorite rooms in the game. The Wizrobe rooms. She can wreck them all with a single Cane of Samaria block. It's pretty great. Ack putting his half magic to good use as he quickly lights all the torches and heads to the next room. He is not going to bother with a magic refill. He doesn't need it. And off we go.
Did not forget to pick up a small key. Good on him.
Good call. Now, it looks like iamtheschwarz will be acquiring his big key as fast as possible, but that still may not be enough. And Acktheboker gets 2 slashes on Trolldorm. No problems there. And I believe that for some reason at this time the chat likes to talk about Dairy Queen, and I don't know why.
Must be some kind of meme, I don't know.
Indeed. So, 1, 2. That's 2 for the first hit on Aghanim 2. And that's another 2. A double, and a single. And this will finish him off. Aghanim 2 goes down. Acktheboker Now heading into the Ganon fight. Oh, it's a Dragon Quest race. Okay. Anyway. Alright, so I am the Schwartz making his way into the gauntlet as Acktheboker learned something about cheese from Ganon.
Yeah, I did not know that. Educational and last boss at the same time.
Yep. That's a lot of cheese. I do not want to imagine the aftermath of that cheese. Alright, so Acktheboker already finished with the first 2 phases of Ganon. It's a very quick fight with a butter sword. All you need to do is hit him 6 times in any way you see fit in each of those first 2 phases. Third phase, of course, you only need to hit him once per jump, but he's got to jump before you can hit him. Or at least stop teleporting. Did we find the arrows in Turtle Rock? You bet we did, and Ack hits Ganon. Wow! Remote torch glitch for the win, and that's a double and a final shot. Acktheboker takes down Ganon.
That was so fast, we didn't even get to commentate properly.
It was great. And ladies and gentlemen, Acktheboker has finished with an official speedrun's live time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 35 seconds. That was a race, ladies and gentlemen.
And that win just gave him another chance to maybe make it further in.
And we are joined right now by our victor, Acktheboker. Dude.
I got no worries for that one.
That was insane.
I actually, I keep IRC closed for the most part, because I don't like to know when my opponent's finished, or I don't like to stare at it. And I figured he was done for about, I don't know, a half hour. And I actually looked at it while I was doing GT, and I was like, oh my god, he hasn't finished yet? Alright, I guess I'll try and pick up the pace a little, I don't know.
Yeah, different items trolling both players. I think from the way you played it out, it looks like what trolled you actually was the cape.
Okay, no, I want to ask you, where did I get that cape?
You got the cape in...
Agnes Cave.
Yeah, Agnes Cave.
Where? Agana?
Yep.
Agana.
Yep.
I had that cape for, I don't know, an hour and a half?
Yeah. We saw you check Bumper Cave. We saw you check Bumper Cave, and we were like,
and I left.
Where are you going?
So when I went, I can tell you exactly when I found out I had the cape. It was when I checked Checkered Board Cave. So after I did Turtle Rock and all that stuff, I was like, oh, I got the cape. Oh, I must have got it in Turtle Rock and didn't notice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I could have done pod and one... Actually, no, I would. I think I went to pod before I checked Bumper Cave.
Yeah.
So I mean,
what trolled your opponent? What trolled your opponent? For one, was the hammer.
Yeah, the hammer sucked.
Um,
there was no money in the seed, and I mean, going to pod was nice because I at least got money for Zora. But yeah, that sucked. What did he do instead of doing the hammer?
Well, he went to Ice Palace and tried to clear that out.
Yeah.
And got the mirror.
Ooh, okay, so that
but not the fire rod.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
That was locked behind the hammer.
Right. But if you had the mirror, you could probably go do a lot of other things.
And he sure did, but that he was also missing. So he's missing that fire rod for a long time, and he did not want to go back to Ice Palace.
God, Agana, that's so stupid. I'm an idiot.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had the cape. I kept thinking you might, see it on the menu at some point, but
yeah, an hour later I did. Well, that was good at least. I would have been looking for it for a while if I didn't. I mean, I only had 5 other places left to check in the map before I found the ice rod, so I didn't figure it out by then.
Yeah.
I actually did a menu check while I was in pod the second time, just to make sure I didn't already have the ice rod, because I had already messed up on the cape, but I didn't have the ice rod then.
Yeah. Well, looks like your opponent is on the Ganon fight now. He's reached phase 3.
I will say the trolliest item in that seed for me was the boots, because if there was any item up there but the boots, I go into Hera.
Oh, that's.
I was
gross.
like, why would I continue up the mountain? I need to go get my hook shot real quick. I went and checked the tablet, and I thought about going into Hera, and I'm like, nah, let me go get the hook shot just so I can just go ahead and clean up the mountain in one fell swoop. And I felt like I got enough from Turtle Rock and all that, and I kind of expected the flute to kind of combo into Ice Rod, and it was just a nightmare.
Yeah, not a particularly generous situation, and it looks like iamtheschwarz has got the job done. iamtheschwarz has green mail right now.
I don't understand how that's possible, but alright.
Well, he checked everything in Skull except the big chest.
Oh, that's right. And then the other one was, I think, Big Bomb?
Yeah. Cool seed, right? Oh, that's great. Let's see if we can get Schwartz in here. I don't know if he does things, but we'll find out.
No.
No?
He does not do things.
Cool scene, right? No.
Right.
Oh, is he in chat?
Let's find out.
Oh. 176, that's not bad. Lord.
Well, I gotta say, Ack, now that you have another win under your belt, do you think you can make it through this round?
I mean, I got no say in that unless, some of the people in my group give me their address or something and, like, where they keep their router so I can disconnect their internet. I'm done here. I need help from other people to force a tiebreaker.
All right, so it looks like iamtheschwarz is mic-less, so we won't be hearing from him. And it also looks like we have another race coming up on this channel pretty soon, so we may have to wrap it up. But, GG Ack, and I hope that the rest of the group kind of plays out in your favor so you can continue providing us with this amazing entertainment.
Yeah, I'll make sure I ask them to help me out with that. I don't know how willing they will be to help, but I'll try my best.
All right. Well, thank you to both of our runners, Acktheboker and iamtheschwarz, for providing their expertise. Thank you to our tracker, Sir Linkalot777, and of course to my co-commentator, Dynasty Zero. Thank you all so much for watching.
Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun to commentate with you, Mr. Dr. Bobtastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so with that being said, we have a Zelda 2 all keys race coming up on this, so you don't really want to miss that. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good category. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Dr. Bobtastic, and I will see you later.